Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to head into the area at last. It is time to confront Nidhogg and hopefully put an end to this war. I still am not confident this will work. The Dravanians are furious because the Ishgardians killed, was it Raditotsker? And then stole her eyes and ate them for their power? According to Racevilger? I get the feeling that killing another one of the Great Worms will just infuriate them more. On the other hand, Nidhogg is the one leading the charge, and this could serve to discourage the Dravanians, even if Nidhogg was not the sole leader of, as far as we know, the sole leader of the war. So, this could work. It feels terrible. It feels like we're the villains here, but at the same time, the people of Ishgard largely haven't really done anything except defend themselves. So, here we go. Estinian is eager to set forth for the Aery. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the Monocutters. Alright, let's go meet up with Cid then. We're going to be going in as Astrologian. One, it is my lowest level of my jobs, other than Blue Mage, but we're ignoring Blue Mage for now. And two, it hasn't had a chance to go into a dungeon yet, so I want to make sure it has the opportunity. That said, still frustrated with myself for screwing up and not keeping the Astrologian weapon. Item level 115 will be fine, especially pentamelded, and especially with my other gear to make up for it, but still. Ah, they're over here. Also, worth noting that at some point, I don't know exactly when, I believe it was around the time we finished up in the Turning Mist and came back to Ishgard, this exit to the Kurthus Western Highlands became available, leading us directly into Falcon's Nest, so we no longer need to take the Chocobo Porter. Now, implicitly, we are still taking the Chocobo Porter back and forth, but now it's free. The moment is at hand, Warrior of Light. I guarantee you won't find any loose rivets. We triple-checked. Good. And you seem tired for the effort. These little beauties are our pride and joy. Now they're yours. So, be careful with them, eh? Will do. Satora, old friend, the cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a cermet drill through cottage cheese. Okay, note to self. Biggs uses a concrete drill to cut through cottage cheese. I don't know why he does this, but he does. And that, my friends, is the Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light, the Dread Worm awaits. Alright, let's get into our combat gear and get ready to go. I like to keep my accessories as is because I have them glamored in a specific way. Other than that, it's real tempting to keep the monocle with the glasses. Hang on, let's see how that looks. You know what? I'm keeping it. It's too funny. It's funny and also not that obtrusive. Give that overgrown lizard a kick in the tail from me, eh? We'll be waiting for you, Satora. These little beauty. Okay, and you've said that already? You've said that already? To the Monocutters, Warrior of Light, the Dread Worm awaits. Alright, let's do it. We've got a Stinian, a Temple Knight, and a Temple Banneret coming with us. Because Alphino's not allowed. So they did change that cutscene slightly from how it originally was. Interesting. So before duty support was added to the Aery, we got separated from Astynian there. Astynian kept flying on and did not come down to join us, because of course he wasn't an NPC who could actually play with us in our party. Now they actually have him fly in with us. I'll explain more about the differences once we get to them, but they largely come at the end of the dungeon. These lightning strikes, are they the work of dragons? Never mind that, we have to hurry. Okay, let's get fighting. And I do not have any magic users or ranged fighters except for me, so I'll go ahead and use the magic buff on myself. And let's keep moving. Okay, that was extremely rude of you. How dare you all attack me like that? We have a tank. You're supposed to be fighting the tank. God, I love using Lightspeed for movement. It's such a ridiculously powerful ability. Makes one of the things that makes Astrologian just really good. Okay, we got something over here. Looks like it's a dead end, but it's worth checking out anyway. Dang, not even any loot. Alright, more enemies to fight. More lightning. Indeed, Astynian. So far it hasn't been pestering us too much. It's been striking the sky, but not really striking near us, which is very, very appreciated. Would be real bad if we had to deal with lightning strikes hitting us as well. Okay, I'll hold on to my magic burst, or my magic card, and my divination for when we get to the next... Actually, I'll hold on to the divination until we get to the first boss. We're almost there. I will use my magic buff now, though. Alright, and the boss should be just up this hill. Here we are. Time to defeat Rangda. This is a boss where most of his mechanics usually get skipped. Your lightning won't save you now. This dragon was responsible. So it seems. But yeah, when you're playing this duty synced, most of the mechanics are gonna get skipped. That's just kind of how most of the game goes, unfortunately. We got Electric Cachexia. Okay, looks like that was a donut, so we want to get in close for Cachexia. And Ionospheric Charge, what's that gonna be? Summons the Heaven's Fury. I'm gonna go stand next to one of these dragon statues. Nothing. But it looks like one of the other NPCs did do something. There was a pop-up about the blackened statue is pulverized. Electric Cachexia getting close. Okay, so what happens here, actually, is the boss will tether to someone, and you need to bring that tether over to one of the dragon statues, so that the lightning that's going to strike will hit the statue instead of the person who's been tethered. Unfortunately, it's not targeting us, so we can't actually show exactly how that works. But you can watch the NPCs do it, I suppose. They're executing the mechanic well enough. Alright, the banneret's got the tether, brings it over to the statue. We've also got ads that pop up every now and then. Looks like around the same time as the tethers. By the gods, we did it! This is no time to celebrate, we must keep moving. Alright, and keep moving we shall. Ooh. The path has collapsed. Well, down we go, I guess. No other way forward. And what item level is our new gear coming in here? 136. Ooh. More upgrades, nice. Well, hopefully we get some stuff to fill in where our item level 130 gear is high. Rude. And Nidhogg's broodlings. Oh, he's not going to be happy about this. He's really not going to be happy about this, but they're fighting us. We don't have a lot of choice in this matter. Granted, we're invading his home. I guess we probably should have expected this. This was inevitable. They have the advantage here. Indeed. This is their nest and their home. And they have clothing dye, I suppose. Well, they don't really probably have much need for it, given that they don't really wear clothes, so I'll take that, thank you very much. And the dragon comes in to fight this time. Okay, so far so good, though everyone's taking a bit more damage than I'd like, so take a Helios. Any treasure back there I'm leaving behind? No, looks like we're good. They'll not defeat us through sheer numbers. Aye, let's show them the futility of brute force.
Your god is down.
They sure are going for numbers, though. You're not wrong about that. Alright, give me your loot. A choker of slaying. So far, nothing for healers. Unfortunate. I was hoping to get some new gear for my astrologian while we were here. And looks like we are coming up on the second boss, Gyascutus. Hello there, Gyascutus. This one appears stronger than the others, but it matters little. I will leave the vanguard to you. Alright, let's take care of this. Gyascutus does not use lightning like its friend, but rather is going to be using a lot of poison. Gyascutus will summon these clouds of inflammable fumes we've got coming up. And then we need to make sure we're not standing in them. I guess poison's not the right word. But we need to make sure we're not standing in the gas when eventually Gyascutus will ignite it, causing an explosion that damages anyone standing in the gas. So, you know, don't stand in it. Okay, where's the safe zone? All the way over here. Alright, get away before that flame comes out. Proximity pyre. Name proximity implies we want to get away from it, since it'll hit nearby, and Body Slam's gonna shove us away. Okay, another round of inflammable fumes. Safe zone appears to be out. Wish I had that light speed a few seconds sooner, but not a big deal. And a fourth round of inflammable fumes. Ooh. Normally, when you do this synced, he's gonna die after the second one. Fair enough. The NPCs aren't exactly the strongest fighters. And we're good. Nidhogg is close. I sense him. Then we are almost to our destination. The dungeon's gonna get a little bit more interesting at this point. I kind of like what they do with the dynamics of it here. As we proceed and fight the enemies, the path forward is going to open up through these ancient pillars falling, just from, you know, the shockwaves of all the clashing going on nearby. Watch out! Ooh! That could have been ugly. Okay, things are going real smoothly so far, so I think I'm gonna risk going to grab a second enemy. Oh, you're not gonna let me have it? Oh wait, this is the last enemy for the set. Still, I think I can risk taking a little bit more than one pull at a time. I try to be careful, especially when I'm not playing the tank, when I'm playing with the duty support NPCs, because they're not always the smartest or brightest. But I think we are more than good to do that here. Still, no healing gear. Ooh, nope. You know what? Never mind. I know exactly where we are in the dungeon. We're not going to do any big pulls, actually. I was lying. I was deceiving you. Oh, that did not go how I intended. I mistargeted and cast Essential Dignity on myself.
Know your folly.
Okay. We must rout them quickly ere they overwhelm us. We shall follow your lead. We have a bit of an enemy rush coming up. Whole bunch of enemies ahead. They're going to take it a little bit gently on us at first, but they are going to ramp up the difficulty as we go. Mostly by sending in waves after waves of enemies. Where's the down wyvern? There you are. And here comes literally all of them at once. Best of luck. Tank, help. Tank, help. Tank. I would tank you to get them off me. Okay, there we go. Okay, and our destination is just ahead. Nidhogg, let's do this. So, this fight, I don't think actually changed all that much when duty support was added, but there was one major change. This ends here, Nidhogg. Halone grant us strength. In the original version of this duty, this is when this is when Estinian, not Nidhogg, finally showed up to support us. He would have his own set of mechanics that he was doing, while we were busy fighting Nidhogg. Well, he was fighting Nidhogg too. He had his own mechanics going on at the same time. Alright, he has Hot Tail, which is a line AoE, and he has Hot Wing, which is that inverted line AoE. Not too hard to dodge. Hot Tail, just get out of the middle line. Hot Wing, get into the middle line. Alright, spread out for this, and we have an ads phase. No ads phase? Am I mistaken? I might be getting my duties mixed up. And now he is using the Sable Price, which is going to lift one person up into the air and effectively imprison them until we break the Sable Price and free them. If we do not go quick enough, the Sable Weave will cast, and I don't want to know what that does. I've never seen it happen. I assume death. Death on whoever's imprisoned, that is. Now we have the ads phase. At this point in the original duty, the ads phase was combined with Estinian charging up Nidhogg's eye to prepare a massive shield to guard us against the attack that Nidhogg is preparing at this very moment. Now we just need to beat the ads phase before he finishes charging his limit break, or we will die. That's really the biggest change in this duty. Is just the ads phase does not have an Estinian mechanic on it. And even then, the Estinian mechanic was not really much of anything other than defending him, and I think we also had to heal him to keep him from dying. Because Nidhogg's attack would slowly drain his health. We shall see whose rage is the greater. Ow. That was rude. Alright, we got a hot wing, we got ground AoEs coming out at the same time. And Horrid Blaze. I'm surprised it's a standard stack and not an Akmorn, since Akmorn is kind of an iconic ability of dragons. Oh, I am not close enough to any of you to get that AoE healing going. Okay, and we are just about there. On your guard, our work here is not yet done. Well, at the very least, we did some massive damage here. I got the Orchestrion roll on my first attempt. Oh, that is some good luck. Let's just get that into our list real quick. Roar of the Worm. Let me just mark off that I got that. That is incredibly good luck. And let's get out of here.
No worm! This ends here! You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
We four, then.
Forton, Hylanat, Dyrendare, and Zemile. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded? You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull? Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried. Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Hey, Astinian? You're fucking filthy. You are literally coated, head to toe, in Nidhogg's blood. Take a bath, or I'm going to call you the Crimson Dragoon instead. Alright. Astinian. Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and get that mana cutter. And let's check out our new mount that we just unlocked. Supervised in spirit by the ever-absent Cid, Biggs and Wedge, with a little bending over by Biggs, put their heads together to create this flight-ready miniature airship powered by the realm's first corrupted crystal engine. And the quote, "There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?" from Emmerich. We're up to 32. Alright then. For the rest of this week, we have a few more job quests to take care of, one more combat job quest, and then we're moving on to level 55 crafting and gathering quests. This weekend, we're going to be taking care of a seasonal event. And next week, we're going to learn just what truths Hraesvelgr has been keeping from us. I'll see everyone next time for that.